20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
This is not about shilling your S-coin. I swear, man, it's like, why can't you just be happy about the TA, the charts, the candles? The heart and soul of this channel is not crypto. The heart and soul of this channel is not stocks. This channel is not precious metals or commodities. It is technical analysis.
OXTs, thanks, Machari.
Is that a joint? I mean, it's legal, right? Bitch, I'm going to the moon!
Hey. What just happened? Are you kidding me?
Ross tipped $526. Hexus thanks Machari to move over Michael. That intro, though.
Wow, Ross. Wow. What's up, Alexi? What's up, Go the Unwise? Thank y'all. Hold on. A lot of sensory overload going on right now. Let me change the penthouse, Jesus. Back to Ross. He has just supplanted Michael Parker by $1. Wow. There it is. You've retaken the throne, sir. Thank you, man. And yeah, shout out to Chalin. He's been working on that intro for maybe a month now or so. I don't know, a long time. A good amount of time's been put into it, and it's not done. That's just like the first one. We're gonna be implementing crazy different things into the intro. That was just like, we're just gonna onboarded it today. So, yep. So thanks for everyone for being here. What's up, Jokerism, man? Thank you, dude. He says, hey, hi. Bitcoin said hi today. Back testing the candle high close from January 8th. It was once a resistance. It was a resistance, and now potentially for the first time ever, that candle high close might be a support. Might be, right? You may hold it, test it, and dump tomorrow, break back below it. But I'm just telling you what the price is actually doing. right now to a critical area, you know, a level from history, beginning of the year. What's up, P09? Thank you, dude, for the threes. Thank you, dude. So that's the daily. Killed its streak yesterday of green candles, but that's just Bitcoin, man. If you look at another asset that is not near as large, we're getting there. You have Ethereum that is working on its 12th daily candle close higher than the previous one for the first time, I think, ever. Could someone back me up on that or refute that? Has Ethereum ever had 12 green closes in a row? Clearly outperforming today, up about 5%. It was up over 6% at its highest level Ethereum saw today since June 7th. Yeah, so we're going on 2 months now, but 2,600, you're above it right now, which is incredible. So you think probably 2,900 would be the next target, but you think at any time a pullback can happen, whatever.
Meth 666 tipped $1,064.18. That intro insane 0.400000000 ETH.
Then, just like that,
Wow, Meth. Wow. Thank you so much, dude, for the $1,064.18 worth of Ethereum and just supplanting the supplantor, Ross. I'm sorry, man. We will look at Hex, but I must now. Yep, you know what it is, man. It's how it happens, Larry. Dang, Meth. Thank you, bro. What the? That is incredible. Just gotta make sure this is good. Almost like hints of golden mean ratio in there a little bit, Meth man. Thank you, dude. Wow. Ross, what say you? We haven't heard the ultra instinct Jesus chimes since Vet Moonboy tipped $37,142. So there you go, Meth. You are the third to ever have those Jesus chimes played. Okay, it's a $999 or $1,000 variation. So thank you, dude. Put it up 1,054. Oh, yep, my bad. Oops, sorry. Don't skin me on that yellow. Sorry, it's Vegas vacation. That's $10 right there. 1,064. We're good. All right. Anyway, so and yeah, I mean, all credit to Chalin, to Zorro, or Cordy Powell. He goes by Comic Card Collector. He has many aliases, but his main alias is making really good graphics. Thanks, Chalin, dude. What's up, Alexi?
Mitch, what is your thought about the new lockdown rumors being in mid-August? How will it affect the markets?
No, man. I mean, like, if you shut down the economy like they did, it will be devastating. Devastating. But rumors, I mean, like, what do you do? And if it happens, it's going to be devastating. Deflation, I guess, right? How do you have... That'll stop inflation, right? Because people will not be able to work. They won't be able to spend money, and any money they do have or make, they won't spend it because I'm sure savings accounts will spike again, you know. But people will stop spending, which will be really scary. I don't know, man. Stuff I don't even want to think about. That is just so bad for the entire world to shut down economies everywhere again. All right. Thank you, dude. So we're good there, right, on the value and everything I posted. Yep. We good. Okay, so what a nice run Ethereum's had. It's up 60+%. Oh, wait, soon he says.
Ross tipped $25. OXT USD. And he'll grab my spot back soon.
So, I guess he's conceding today. Thank you, Ross, man. That's okay, dude. Meth is like an Ethereum Classic whale, but he might be an Ethereum whale now. We just don't have the technology to know. Thanks, dude. So, we will look at OXT. We'll look at Hex. We'll look at Hex right now just because you tipped $560 something. $526. So, I mean, you know, if you're looking at the daily, it's still in the uptrend, right? The demand line's still there. You're still making higher lows than the previous discernible lows from June 25th and May 25th. But you're not really, there's no pattern, no discernible structure that's good for a long. I don't see any signal, you know, on the daily. The 4 hours. Yes, we'll look at B Pro, bro.
CPT took $100.
B bro.
Take a look at B Pro, it just popped.
Thank you guys. CPT man. Hype in the chat for the C note. Something interesting, dang, y'all are amazing, dude. Thank y'all. Holy crap. Something interesting about Hex is it's back testing the 200-day moving average. Oh, I'm sorry, just the 200 moving average. We're in the 4 hour now. 200 moving average, you're at it. The most recent event on the 4 hours is the lowest low you made of the the sell-off since the buying climax, and then the huge sell-off reversal. And you're not making higher highs yet, right? Are you kidding me?
CPT tipped $600. Sorry, put the wrong number in.
You put the wrong number in.
I just felt like screaming.
Wow, they just $600. Like, no big deal, dude. Whoops. Thank you, brother Matt. Yes, we will look at that asset. B Pro, B Bro, OXT, Hex. Meth didn't even request anything. He just said that intro is insane. Lots of E's at the end. I don't know how much my little heart can take, dude. We might be tied for the most Bitcoin Super Saiyan emojis in the jar ever. I think that we've tied the record now. I mean, the last time it was 3 was like that tip war between Bet Moonboy and Gavin Crown. So what happened, man? It's August 1st. Okay, so Hex still showing forms of distribution kind of with a buy wall around 11 cents. So there's no edge, unfortunately, on the oscillators. Man, if there was something here that really stuck out as great right now, we'd be talking about it. It's just not right yet, okay? So I just am still a little sketched out by that crazy sell-off, the rally. And when the rally occurred, you made lower highs. And that could be someone sold off a massive amount and then a recovery occurred. And clearly the person who sold off had so much that they sold off that when the recovery occurred, it was clear that chunk of money was still out, right? So less market participants own the asset than they did before. That's the only thing that kind of sketches me out a little bit on this. That's it, right? Okay, so I'm just not sold on Hex right now. Still making higher lows, so don't even think I'm saying we're bearish on Hex now. I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about strategizing entries and stop losses and take profits. That's all I'm talking about. Trend is super bullish on Hex still, okay? Clearly you can see it. All right, next one was also for Ross, OXT. Orchid, we looked at that yesterday on stream, I believe. And it's still hanging in there. I mean, it looked like, it was holding above the 200 moving average. It had hit, deep 100% retraces, then formed a harmonic there, and now it's rallying. I think maybe, oh my God, dude, it's so loud. No one said anything. You think it could very well see 34.5 cents. There's very little. It's like, you know, this huge zone between 20 cents and 35 cents, right? Huge zone, and you're kind of in the middle of it. So it's not really like, hey, a great area to assess risk, as Bitcoin now is down $800 at its lowest low of this 4-hour candle and about to be at the lows of the day, going back to 40,667, which is that candle. Well, I mean, hold on. So OXT, it's gonna dump, Bitcoin dumps, but it looks like it's trying to consolidate after an impulse up, and the major resistance to the upside is 34.7 cents, and to the downside is 20 cents. That's it. So it's not like you're at a pattern completion zone, at a level to take longs right now. Like, it's amazing. It's not like that. A lot of these assets were at those levels, and they have bounced off and rallied, right? So that's OXT. Nothing like sticks out as great time to take a long right now as I'm speaking to you. Nah. And now we look at B Pro, bro. That did rally very well, hit 1.2 pennies and has pulled back. I would imagine because of Bitcoin selling off right now in this past few minute periods. B Pro was one that you know, just hit really deep retraces, right? B Pro, it was like an 88% retrace. It got back above a major inflection point, 4.5 tenths of 1 penny. God, worthless asset, but has mooned and is now above the 200-day moving average. I would say, I mean, anything above this 9.3 to 9.8 tenths of 1 cent area is pretty good, right? That's like a major level, you know, you'd think, just looking at it, looking left, not much history there. So you've broken through it today, and let's see if it can sustain with a back test, a hold, and then if it does hold, based on history, it's normally run up to 1.8 cents. If it can like sustain prices above pretty much 1 penny, 9.8 tenths of 1 penny. God, very overbought on the daily. Talking 83.43, the highest RSI B Pro has seen since March 18th. So great technical break, but maybe a little overdone on the grill, right? So it might need to pull back, retrace, and as long as it makes a higher low than 2.9 tenths of 1 penny, it'll be okay, man. Oh yeah, yep, dude. There's just been so much stuff going on, I mean, out the gate, that I haven't even been able to catch my breath. And those were some requests. They came at a high, they made it at a high price, and we knocked it out. And now it's like, dude, it is the first of the month. So it is like the best time to join the Patreon to support the channel, support what I do, and, you know, that's it. Trade setups, education, and being connected to a community that is like always active, and 1,000+ people helping other people invest in themselves on their journey as traders. All right, so Bitcoin's continuing to sell off. It's down almost $1,000 on the day, hitting its lowest lows right now. But as you can see, where is it? That's what it is, man. January 8th candle high close. You're just touching it, falling below it, bouncing back above it. Good news, I guess, on the daily is you're now no longer overbought. Currently sitting at 66.57, bullish control zone, man, bullish territory, anything above 60, nice. So it's maybe resetting that daily oscillator there. Positive momentum's waning too. It was bound to happen at some point, man. You don't go like 10 days plus of just green candles. You eventually get a red candle. It just happens, man. So, wow, we have like patrons joining right now as I'm speaking. Holy crap. What's going on, dude? Yeah, so we've got like Ollie F, AA Rods, Feast B, Superdrac, Xavier M, Graham G, Juan G, Prasoth M, Gus, LG, Capital, also just now, Justin, Time, Jacob, and Rolls Royce. Thank you all for joining the Patreon. at the beginning of the month. I really appreciate it, okay? Much love. Hype in the chat. Bitcoin's continuing to sell off. $40,150 right there. And now we're, it's also in the 4 hour. 40,667 was the top, and now you're breaking a demand line that goes back to the bottom, the whole bottom, July 20th. You've broken it now, finally. Finally have broken this trend line that you had tested it earlier today and had a really nice $600 bounce, and now just not enough demand to keep the prices propped up to keep it above the top of the range that you've been confined in for multiple months now. So, yep. But, and that was the thing. It was kind of like on the 4 hour, a high, a higher high, and then a slightly higher high. And then it's just like the bearish divergence continued to develop, and now negative momentum's picking up. Prices are dropping. It was the same with the relative strength, right? This was, a high on price, a higher high on price, and then a slightly higher high on price. And on that slightly higher high, the relative strength index was like right here. So it's just like, yeah, impending price action reversal implied on a 4 hour time scale. Sure.
Egg tip $10,000. Not really.
Nice one, dude.
Can we check CHRUSDT? Retesting breakout with bullish divergence on 4 hours.
Oh yeah, dude. Egg, thank you, man. We'll look at that. Kings, dude. Dude, Atlas, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Right now. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon and the Discord. Boom. Thanks, dude. So, I don't know, man. I feel like 40K to 40,600 and change is kind of like the top of it. So you just think one peak, a second peak, a third peak. Yeah, pullback happens. As long as it makes a higher low than 29,600, it actually will be fine. It'll be the first higher high and then hopefully a higher low you made since probably like February or something. So whatever, man. Assets rally and then they pull back, and then hopefully they just make a higher low than the previous discernible low, and then they run again. All right, that's how it happens, man. And that's unfortunate because, like, Ethereum, it was going really well, while Bitcoin wasn't doing much anything, but everything, when Bitcoin beckons, everything follows, including Ethereum. So Ethereum that was up 6% today is now only up 2.5%, 26.45. That peak right there from April 22nd, as you can see, you have broken it, you're regarding it, right? You're reacting at a level looking left. Okay, it makes sense, dude. Okay. From its all-time high on Ethereum to the lowest low of the correction, Ethereum has not even technically achieved a 38% retrace yet. That's insane, man. You almost did 2730, but we know like the golden zone between the 38% retrace and the 618, right? Your common retrace levels between 2730 and 3362. So you're not even at a moderate retrace yet, if you can even believe it. But you're almost there. You're like literally there. By like $10 or something. So, well, that's it, man. This is where you catch reactions. This is where you see reversals, or just at least reactions to a new wave down from the previous wave. Eventually, you pivot, make a higher low, then you run again, and then you get to the deeper levels. So, okay, dude. What do we have going on in 1 hour, 25 minutes? You could only guess. The weekly candle close. And if you weren't here yesterday, you missed the monthly candle close. The monthly candle close on Bitcoin that was technically a bullish engulfing candle, which is, a Japanese candlestick reversal. So at the beginning of the month, this is what it looks like. So really nothing kind of going on after the previous candle covered the candle before it, right? That's why it's called an engulfing candle. So nothing burger right now on the new month. 30 days, 2 hours till this closes. Okay. You look at it in log scale, which we normally do look at the monthly and log scale. Great, man. Great news. Finally, 90 days of selling, lower lows, and now possibly reversal. Last time you saw a bullish engulfing candle was in October of last year, and that turned into extreme amounts of prosperity. Right after that engulfing candle, Bitcoin appreciated in value at its highest point, 379% in 151 days. So maybe, I mean, engulfing candles, they don't always play out. They're not certain. They're not 100%, but they're good. They're better than like another lower low. God, breaking critical support at 30K. What's up, Charizard, man? Yeah, we'll look at AMP. Okay. Aren't we? Coolio, chat. What a freaking Sunday, man. What a beginning to the new month. Y'all freaking me out a little bit. Okay, so what was that next request? CHR. Okay. And also here's total. I like totals. Still trying to skate above the 200-day moving average for the first time since really like June 20th, right? 200-day, that red line. Okay, that's you broke it on the 30th, you back tested it yesterday, and you're attempting to back test it again, man. Okay, Bitcoin reverses here. You might come and back test 1.45 trillion, 1.48 trillion. If Bitcoin doesn't majorly reverse here, then you'll probably eventually meander on up to 1.71, 1.78 trillion. I was saying yesterday, I think like Bitcoin would have to break above the critical $42,000 resistance for this total to get there. There's like no other way, probably. I mean, for real. And Bitcoin certainly has not exceeded the 42,000 major resistance. It attempted a couple times on the 4 hour, but clearly right now in this past 40 minute period, you're now making technical breakdowns, right? You're breaking a demand line, you're breaking through an inflection zone, right? And this is where maybe, like think about it with Fibonacci. If it truly was the beginning of a somewhat of a reversal where the wave ended, right? This was one wave. If it ends, you could just think about common moderate retraces being between 34,384 and 35,530. That's common retraces, right? We're just saying like an asset, if it does end its wave and it's gonna make common retraces, it goes down, right? It can do stuff like this, whatever, wherever it is, then it can do that. This is where it commonly will catch a reaction reversal.
Hashtag those tigers.
What's up, Mountain Dew? Roll Tide, dude. Thank you, man. Hey, they had on ESPNU, they had the LSU 2007 title game. Or the SEC title game. They gotta go way far back, man. That's right. Desecrate the like button, dude. Dominate it. So just thinking here, this asset, Bitcoin, has not even made a 23.6% retrace from its previous low to high. Not yet. A shallow retrace, 39,476, and you're at 40,228. So, I mean, really with Fibonacci, you don't even know like that the new waves ushered in, that you have an actual valid swing high until you touch or exceed that level. So it might not even be a real swing high for Fibonacci yet. That's like the rule. So once you touch that, then you know like that swing high is most likely valid, and you have valid targets for the common retrace zone. Okay. Anyway, dude, we're looking at it, man. No stone left unturned with a weekly candle close coming after such a spectacular run where Bitcoin appreciated in value from its lowest low to its highest high in 11 days, 45%. Unbelievable, dude. You can't sleep on this asset, man. So what was the, okay, so look at the total, looked at that. All right, now we take a gander at the Request. You want to look at CHR, then, I mean, had a nice rally, right? It recovered. It lost almost all its value, lost 88% of its value. I mean, it's almost certain, right? That's, if I get my Fibonacci out and I look at that, I'm like, yep, that's probably 88% or between 786 and 886 from the low to the high, that crazy buying climax. Lo and behold, like an 87% retrace, right? I mean, that's where major new waves begin, right? Because it's like an M shape. And then you got like a reaction reversal at that deep retrace, you know? So it's like, okay, trying to think, what are we looking at here? Why did you request this? Retesting the breakout with bullish divergence in the 4 hour. Retesting the breakout. To me, wasn't the big major level was like 27 cents and it hasn't back tested yet, right? Am I crazy here? I'm just looking at, that was the first time it was ever like regarded created, you know, and ever since then it like tried to it correlated to that. So not a back test yet, right? 27, 28 cent level. And then you've got like the top of it. Even if we're being like really, we're using different lines, like 27, 28 cents the bottom, and then 44 to 48 cents is the top. Like that's the zone, right? If you fall below 27 cents, you're just back in this new level, this new range between like, you know, 16, 12 cents and 28 cents. So I don't really see it back testing any kind of breakout yet. Or are you just talking about this high right here from July 15th? Sure, I guess it's below it now though. I don't see much of any edge. I mean, you could say hidden bullish divergence, dude. But it doesn't look good on the RSI, really. It's just, it's now in bearish territory. It's 38.5 now. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe 27, 28 cents might be a better area to watch it. That's the major level, dude.
If you draw a line from the peaks, that's the breakout I meant.
From the peaks. You draw a line from the peaks. Here's a peak, here's a peak. Those peaks, that peak, because those are the peaks you're talking about, dude. You're talking about what other peaks? I mean, anything else not really significant, man. I don't know, dude. Nothing's like crazy. This had a crazy run. It was like at levels where we're like, hey man, yeah, these are low risk areas. 88% retraces. It's like every other, all these cryptos were doing it. Some have gone nuts and have run like crazy. Some really haven't taken off yet. So that's it, dude. I mean, some are outperforming, some are underperforming. Whoa, dude. BTCUTXO. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Let's go, dude. Be sure to sync with that Patreon on the Discord. You have to do it. That's where the trade setups are. The educational resources, that's where, like, you know, the community is, where you're gonna get tremendous value out of it. Okay. Holy crap. Yes, PCZ, pattern completion zone. All right, so to me, meh. Look, dude, the asset from that bottom gained 250% in a month. Oh man, you know, it's not really coming in after that. It's kind of like, let's just wait, man, for something stronger, maybe March 24th low. Okay, anyway, it's too much time on this. Let's go to the next one. Theta, which is really not that special, man. It's like everything else, but it got beat down worse than a lot of other assets. So, whatever, man. Wait, do I have another chart of this? None. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, Theta, like, it was like a busted Gartley, you know, it reacted, and just Bitcoin, you know, the macro was still bearish, so then it dumped down to hit that same low, that same scam wick low from May 19th, and then bounced, and that was it. Right, that was it. There was some support, I guess, you know, there was like that high from February 20th where the bounce occurred. Oh, that probably 4 hour. So now it's just at another inflection point, right? It's like a little zone of congestion between 587 and 626.
New/USD. Quad divergence on daily / bullish sharp 0.3499 equals PT, fibs.
Okay. Anonymous will look at it. Thanks, man, for 20. Bitcoin's its lowest lows now. It's continuing to dump. It's down $1,400 today. Well, it's really down almost all that whole amount in 40 minutes since I went live, man. Bitcoin is getting close to falling below $40,000 and nearing the absolute bottom. It was the daily. Well, we'll just go back to Bitcoin in a second, but to me, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, technically lower lows on the candle close, lower highs again. So, I mean, really not that impressive of an asset, you know. I mean, it had one nice rally up because of the macro, and if it can break 626, it'll probably go to 844. So that's the level to watch at least, you know. That is your zone to watch. If not, you could come straight back down to 390 to 420 again. The other level, okay? So, meh. Better looking assets than Theta across this market, okay? There just are. Here's your Bitcoin, man. This is what just happened. So it was the high from January 14th, okay? January 14th. That's why I have this plotted and I've had it plotted forever. That is what was just touched, and a very small bounce has occurred there. But we got an hour, 12 minutes till this daily candle close. So you're just now threatening falling back into the range. You'll be trapped within a glass case of emotion on Bitcoin. You're threatening it anyway, all right? That's all that's happening. Broke the demand line. Is the audio okay? Because it was really loud before, and now it's still kind of registering like it might be loud on my end. I don't know. Mods. Wrench people. People of the wrenches. Oh my god, dude. Kanye West just joined the Discord. Can we get some for Kanye? Thanks, Kanye, for the support, dude. Hey, Alex J, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Let's go to, please be sure to sync up the Patreon on the Discord. You gotta be in the Discord. It's where the trade setups, education, and the community is. Right? Thank you, dude. Audio's good.
Please take a look at the Gartley on Rat.
Ooh, Rite Aid. Okay, Neil wants to look at Rite Aid. Sure, dude. Sounds good. All right, sweet. Yeah, Kanye, when's the new album dropping? Say something, dude. All right, what were we gonna do? What was about to happen? Bitcoin was about to break down, but it's trying to hold on for its life. Oh, here we go, dude. What a nice upthrust, chat. What an upthrust. But, 4 hours, kind of telling. It's respecting the TA the whole way around, right? Whole way around. Bearish divergence ended up playing out, but it hit the demand line. It bounced off the demand line, because what happens at demand lines a lot of times? There are bids. People have buy orders there. Wow, limit buys. Then the hidden bullish divergence developed and it played out, right? Continuation applied, it happened. And then you rallied again at an inflection, a very incredible, critical inflection point, that high, right, from January 8th. And you made a slightly higher high than that previous high, and just lower levels on the oscillator. And that implies downside, and you're getting the downside. And, that's it, man. TA is just being respected across the board, kind of. So, wow, not surprised.
Hey Kanye, why aren't you replying to my messages?
Dang, Kim Kardashian in the chat. Let's go. I thought she divorced him or something. I'm not up to date on my tabloids, Hollywood tabloids, but Kanye West is already a patron. Boom, dude. He is a patron. Why didn't I get alerted that he joined the Patreon? Maybe I did. All right, so there is another request. I just coming back because there's price action. Bitcoin's down 3% on the day. Negative Momo building. Let's go to the request that was this. That had its run. It's done what's similar to Bitcoin locally, but unfortunately, it's just like, What really happened here, dude? What really happened on NU? Lowest low it's made since January, right? Been in a correction, nasty correction since February. So yes, there was bullish divergence. That was like quadruple MACD bullish divergence. It's beautiful. But even with the most amount of seller exhaustion that exists, the trend is still down sloping. It's still making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. All it's doing off all this divergence on a daily time scale is running up to back test a major level of resistance. And also a support as resistance again and no higher. It's actually rejecting it today. Good God, tweeds are topping bearish engulfing. Are you kidding me? Just to me, like, I love the way the MACD looks, but I just don't, and I do like how deep it's retraced. Dude, like, there are assets that are showing local higher lows, right? There's like no doubt, like there's no question how much better some assets look than this one too. Look, from that high, November, to the high, dude, I can't do this, man. I feel like I'm in a 90s sitcom. Hold on. I think we're better. I can't even hear the music, dude. So from the low to the high, 88% retrace officially hit on the 21st of July. So deep value perceived areas, but it's the lowest low. It's not double bottoming there. It's not making a higher low. And it's kind of pathetic, right? It's kind of really pathetic how Bitcoin also did the same thing, but then resoundingly recovered to its highest level, Bitcoin's highest level since May 18th. Guess where this asset was May 18th? It was at 41 cents. So the vast underperformance of the macro is truly telling. I don't know, man. Like, that's stuff where there are better assets, man, in crypto to own than this one. It's pathetic, man. Pathetic rally. The only reason this rallied like it did here is because Bitcoin went up 45%, right, in that short period of time. So, yes, yeah, it's lost all its value at levels where major reversals occur. But there are many other assets that have done the same thing or doing the same thing that have already caught many more bids than what NU's caught. So, meh. Super meh. Hey, Corey M, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to see the Patreon, the Discord, out in the chat. Let's go. Thank you, dude. Let's go, dude. Okay, so that was your NU. That was a request. Let's look at. Let's take it. We're going to stonks, chat. Going to stonks. At least for a minute. Right aid. He's talking about a Gartley, man. We talk about vast underperformance. I mean, definitely reversed at critical levels. You know, it was beautiful. Like Momo shifting, spring back test of spring stuff. It was great, man. Nice run to the next level. It's really been unable to break through it. There's all kinds of lows and highs there. So yeah, he's just talking about probably right here. This, you know, Boeing's similar. Boeing has a Gartley 618, and then the 786 right there. Man, that is textbook. That is a specimen Gartley. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful look right there, dude. Very good identification of a harmonic structure. The Gartley, bullish Gartley. It's perfect. 61.8% retrace on B, a lower high on C, and then a 78% retrace. It's literally at it. And a 1414 to boot. Okay, confluence right there. So let's see if we can catch a reaction. There's not much help on technical supports looking left, is there? Nope, none. Dang, man, it's straight down, up, you know. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So I just, it's below the 200-day moving average. So it's like, normally the best is when like the pattern completion zone just happens to be at a technical level looking left from history. This one doesn't really have that, but it doesn't mean it can't reverse here. Doesn't mean it can't. So yes, Extremely good stuff. Great request, dude. Okay, so it's like this one, Rite Aid, and then you go to Boeing. Very similar, right? It's in an uptrend already, a much more established uptrend, outperforming Rite Aid for sure. But look, I mean, at the 786, where there was really no formal support, except maybe a gap fill back from 2017. But it's above its 200-day moving average, right? So that's much better shape. And it's trying to get back above 234. Boeing gets above 234, man, it could really, really go to much, much higher prices. So, you know, we got Gartley's. We got Gartley's on assets that are well off their all-time highs. Very well off. But definitely can't say they're not making higher highs, higher lows, at least since the COVID crash. That's real. Uptrending for now. Nice one, Neil, dude. And that was the last request. Boom. $40,285, 1 hour, 3 minutes till your daily and weekly candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub, of course, right? Hey, Kyle C, thank you so much for joining the Patreon right now. Boom. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon on the Discord. You gotta do it. I gotta set a cadence, man. You know, it's like, gosh, I have to. What? Did I miss that one? Corey M? Or did I didn't miss it? I don't know. Corey, thank you, man. For also joining the Patreon like 2 minutes ago or something, 3 minutes ago. God. I don't know anymore. Like this happens on the first. It just gets kind of confusing because you just don't know sometimes. All right. So you know we've certainly had a few requests now on assets in crypto that are meh, doing stuff like everything else, kind of, right? But then you have to look at, like, you know, Ethereum itself, and it's like when Bitcoin bounced, Ethereum did too. But look what Ethereum's done versus something like NU or what was the other one? Like Theta? Oh, yeah, we gotta look at AMP now. That's another request on this. My bad, dude. We're gonna look at it right now. AMP, this was like one of some YouTube influencer, right, had bought a lot of this and pumped it, and it's hit a high of 7.8 cents and it's reversed. So past 4 days now of lower lows, you know, local lower lows from the previous candle. You'd think if you truly cared about this thing, technically, you'd probably be waiting for a pullback to 6.2 cents just to see if it can be held as support. Looks really clear on the 4 hour, right? Clearly see all the levels, right? You attempted one time to break 7.8 cents, you sold off, you even back tested what was resistance as support, then you attempted a rally, and it was technically a lower high than the previous high, and now you're selling off. So it's like there's a small amount of distribution going on. I'm not sure you want to see it again because you did test it. There is no edge right now. I mean, you could try to say hidden bullish evidence if it started pivoting, but nah, the negative momentum is building again. Just nah, man. This is like it had its run. There's just nothing to do here on AMP. Gosh, dang, dude. Nothing to do on AMP but wait for it. I mean, if anything, maybe it makes a freaking XABCD harmonic. You know, it comes down to 4.6 cents. Maybe it comes to 5.3 cents and test that. Heck, man, that'd be near a 786, right? It's almost like a Gartley bat pattern in the mix, right? Nah, man, it's like, what's it really doing? It's not really, there's between 6 cents and 7.8 cents, there's kind of like nothing there, right? I mean, that was the case beforehand. Before this move happened, these lines were here, okay? And you can clearly see all it did between, like it did in history, was go straight up, through it, straight down, straight up, and it could just end up going straight down again to test 6.2 cents. And if it doesn't hold 6.2 cents and falls, Very well can just go straight down to 5.3 cents again, because historically, between those levels, that's all it does, up and down. That's it, dude. You can barely hear the music. That might be a good thing, dude. I can barely hear it, and it sounds terrible. I don't know. We're gonna try something else. All right. Well, man, it's like you gotta give the music a chance. If it fails, you gotta put in the backup. I mean, yeah, dude, I'm not, there's no action to take on this asset. If you're curious about this asset, it's like not a long right now. It is not in long territory. Like, oh, ton to long. Nope. Nothing's implying anything like great on this right now. Just saying. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, it's like, look on it. Oh my god, man. Look on it. Here we are, because look only it's like we go back to Bitcoin and we look at it and we see what it's doing, testing that January 14th high, trying to regard it as support. Historically, it has never once in history been regarded as a support. Never, chat. That high there. Nor has the high from January 8th, but we can't even break that. We only can up thrust through it momentarily. Okay, so it would be a quite significant thing to happen if Bitcoin could pivot here and never fall below it, right? Because it would just be doing the same thing it's done throughout history, which is never regarding an old, very new, it was at one time the newest, right, peak as a support.
Golden Flute tipped $25.
Thank you, Golden Flute. Passed down for generations. Leprechaun say, yeah, thank you, Golden Flute did. Bruh. Yeah, we'll look at it, which OMG, at a very critical level, looks better than almost every other asset requested today. Not that I want it to be like that, that's just the way it is, man, okay? So that's Bitcoin maybe doing something potentially historic, but we don't have enough data yet. You can't just be like, it's doing it, dude, because if it could just be absorbing the remaining demand at that level and then eventually break it and then make those common retraces that we talked about earlier in the stream. OMG, that had a very tremendous rally after, what did it do? It made an 88.6% retrace, like almost all the other altcoins. Deep value perceived areas reacted and ran, and then sold off, hit that same level, and then reversed. And now is near a neckline of a potential massive double bottom pattern. About a month large, maybe 5 week large pattern. And if it ever, but it's really something else too. It's like, yes, the neckline is just slightly above another major inflection point, 487, but that inflection point is from September 27th of last year, and clearly you could see the price action correlation after it. Even it was actually here, September 5th, and it was here. My God, it was that wick from May 20th, and it was that's where it was created, August 2018. This is it, chat. All right, if OMG ever breaks resoundingly, I'm not talking about a fake out joke. I'm talking about if it can sustain prices above 448 long enough, the upside potential is high. Okay, I'm talking if it can hold 448, it would probably rally to 641, which is 44% upside. That is historically all it's ever done between 448 and 641 is straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, man. So unfortunately, yes, it is already up from its lowest point, 44% in 12 days. That sucks because, you know, that's like, buying into an asset that's up 44% in 12 days. But contextually, we know this is where very large waves end. The wave from early May to now, they normally end here historically. Okay, what does that mean? A new wave would begin. It gets ushered in with confirmation low bottoms, like a double bottom, inverse head and shoulders, and new waves begin where it goes up, right? A big wave. You have like a large wave X to A, then you have a smaller wave A to B, another smaller wave B to C, and then another large wave C to D, and then after that another large wave up. Okay, that's just history, man. So you just can't be surprised at all if OMG continues a recovery. Now, you know, it could come back and backtest anywhere above 305, and if it does that, more accumulation, more market participants on the asset than before. It's a good thing. It just got a little too overbought too fast, right? And had to pull back. But again, you requesting this, what you need to know is if you're above 450 long enough, you're going to 641, which is like 40% upside. And it could even go higher than that. I mean, above that, 771. So, all right, OMG. So, dude. Hey, it's Space Blob. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon, dude. Please be sure to see the Patreon Discord. I think you already have it and all that stuff, but rejoining. Thank you, dude. Kingsman. Remember, it is the first of the month, so, you know, I don't normally ever, advertise my Patreon, but when I do, it's like on the first of the month, like today, where it's the best day to join the Patreon, because the billing cycle's on the first. So you get 30 days, 31 days of it. All right. Don't get mad at me, man. I don't advertise. I'm not monetized via ads. I don't have a sponsor. So it's like, hey man, if I'm doing broadcasts every day and stuff, this is like the single best way to support what I do. So whatever, dude. No affiliate marketing either. Space Blub hype. So now is it like a, I don't know, man, got a 52 minutes. 52 minutes until your weekly close. Somewhat like a, like a $400 bounce off the lowest low today.
Can we check FTM? When Moon.
When Moon. Sounds like an underperformer. We'll look at it. Thank you, Eggman. Just another one of those, dude, that, you know, just like made a bat and then just couldn't do anything. The macro rolled over and then it just went to like what, 113% retrace, 110% retrace, you know, and then rallied. So it's not made a higher high yet, even on the 4 hour. It's made a lower high than the previous high. It's not confirmed yet. It hasn't really sold off, but it's at a major resistance, like, right, FTM, Phantom. If it does break, this is another thing, right, where based on history, if FTM ever broke 26 cents, it would go to 37 cents because almost every single time it's broken that level, it goes straight up. Look, straight up. The first time ever, February 21st, it went straight up to 37 cents in a couple days. All right, when it broke below it, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Almost got there, you know, again. So that's probably what's going to happen if it can break this level, but if you're trying to say the trend is reversed to the upside, you can't say that quite yet. It's not trending upward. It's not making consecutive higher highs, higher lows. That's the definition of a trend. Consecutive higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, depending on what trend you're talking about. There's nothing consecutive about FTM that's bullish, only bearish, right? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs maybe, and maybe a lower low. You just don't know yet. But again, we do know just historical price action is above 26 cents is boom, 38 cents most likely. Okay, that's it, dude. That's your FTM, Phantom. When Moon, I don't know, dude. I mean, from the bottom, it's up 67.5% in 12 days. That is Moon. relatively speaking. Unfortunately, you can't triple Alex. You cannot, man. Pierre, you think it's in a channel? Big one's in a channel, man. Oh boy, here we go. Hey, Robert C. Robert C, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Much love, dude. Please be sure to sync with the Patreon and Discord. You have to be in the Discord because that's where all the premium content is. You're supporting the stream by joining the Patreon. But it's not just a tip. It's like you get stuff for it, and that stuff is in the Discord. All right, just trying to make it very clear. Because we use Patreon as a glorified payment processor. That's it. We also have a good start for stonks on futures. Right, up 0.39% for the S&P 500, 0.36 for the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq up 0.26%, man. So maybe it's not going to be too bad because earnings were really lackluster last week for a lot of stonks. So, and it drove the market down, and people just keep calling tops. But it just keeps not topping out. Here's Bitcoin futures bottom right of your screen, 40,430 right now, but hit a high of 41,950. I guess last week. Yep. For the close, let's look at this on a chart. You know what I'm saying, dude? All right, so this is, it is delayed by 10 minutes. Don't worry about it because the price hasn't moved in 10 minutes really. But look at Bitcoin futures. The major levels of inflection, the zone, right? Supports, resistance, the height from January 8th and the high from January 14th. That was created. That was the first time. And ever since then, look at the price, how it's correlated so well from those two peaks from history from January, all right? So you're at the top of that zone. You haven't broken out of anything yet. As you can see, you've started the new week. This is the 4 hour. And you can see where there is a gap, yes, down at 32,315. It's a very real gap right there. You can see the dotted lines. Those dotted lines represent gap fills. There's another gap fill way down at 23,675. And there's another gap at like 50K and another one up at like 60K. So gaps everywhere. So, anyone that's trying to make an argument with gap fills, how can you do it? You're just like torn because they're all equally distributed. One's really high, one's really low, one's at the bottom of the trading range. So that's your Bitcoin futures, man. At a high. This is levels where you could it's so reasonable to believe a pullback occurs here. Like a reversal. Because historically that's all it's ever done is reverse here. At the same time, if it ever broke with like volume and resounding effort, this is exactly where huge, insane, ridiculous markups can occur. Where you do go fill the gap at like 50K. But if you do reverse here, always a chance that gap fills down at 32K. And you probably maybe create some sort of harmonic or something down there. I buy what? Hey, it's Mike. What's up, Mike? Funk? Is that some sort of bad word?
Cream doing thanks.
Okay, Cream. Cream, chat. Yes, certainly. Hit a high of $200 and 0 pennies last night. I was out at the bar and I heard the beep and I'm like, yes, cream! Screaming at the top of my lungs. Everyone's like looking at me like I'm deranged, but little did they know that we've been monitoring cream forever now, and it finally broke the major level, and it's not quite to the next level yet. 205 to 210 that, you know, was that high from January 18th of this year, January 24th, and then a low February 7th, you know, and then a high April 29th. So I mean, that's where you think it's going to test it at least, and it's on the way, man. It's on the way. Above the 200 moving average, it was beautiful, dude. It was just like a little scary because the macro saw. Remember this low right here, July 20th, that was when Bitcoin hit its lowest level since January. And this is just, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, maybe breaking the demand line, but it doesn't matter if I hold above the previous discernible swing lows. And it did, and it rallied again and made another higher low and just started regarding the 200 moving average as support, hugging. It's beautiful, man. Okay, cream up 6.2%. There you go, Mike. Man, we love cream. Only because of the technicals. I don't know what cream does. Probably would be better for me to know, I guess, but would it change my decision making if I knew, if it was just showing? If I'm reading a chart and when you try to read a chart, you're looking at the psychology of buyers and sellers. That's it, man. So it's just like this chart is massively, vastly outperformed Bitcoin during the major correction. I mean, hardcore. And then only started making higher highs, higher lows, while Bitcoin was only going sideways and actually on the 4 hours making lower lows than the previous lows, lower highs. So this one was just doing, it was in its own world with a few other handful of other S coins out there that did that, like Hex, you know? So, well, you can't say it hasn't been trying men's and women's and alien souls for so long, testing that 175 and just can't break it until now.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Task wrong. Total still above 1.6 trillion, above the 200-day moving average for the second day now in a row. Hopefully that can hold. Creams good with coffee? Yeah, heavy whipping cream. Yep. Yes. We just shift gears to a coin that we know what it does, the value it provides to the world. The pure privacy token, Monero, was a perfect Gartley. Reaction low, reversal low, and it has reversed. And now it's above pretty critical areas, but I think it's just testing this high point from March as a resistance, just chopping around. It's really not going anywhere. It's not pulling back much, is it? Definitely some bearish divergence though. It's kind of just like Bitcoin, man. I think it's probably got a demand line too. Yeah, and it's breaking that demand line right now. Clearly you can see it, right? It's just like, you break a demand line, it sucks, man. It's not the end of the world. As long as it just makes a higher low than previous lows, it's gonna be all good. It's never even back tested 223, which is really resistance, support, right? Why it could be support again. If Bitcoin wants to make a common retrace and falls back into the range, yeah, 223 would be valid to think it would, where it'd be going. Yeah. Yeah, Ethereum's still holding 2600, very good. But yeah, bearish engulfing candle maybe developing on the 4 hour. Yeah, this one was so discernible on the daily. That's what was so good about this, man. Beautiful. Broke its own little streak it was on yesterday, but think about it, man. It's like you have a undeniable uptrend, you have a major correction, selling climax, then you create the harmonic, the 7861414, the reaction low, the reversal low. On the reversal low, you made, in the end, another level of bullish divergence. I mean, that's it, dude. That's like exactly where these dreams are made of. Like deep retraces and major undeniable uptrends. And then the harmonic forms. It's like the best context. You know, we looked at Boeing and we looked at Rite Aid where the harmonic is. That's just not the best context. The best context where Ford was, where Nokia was, right? That's the context. After big drawdowns, you then create the pattern. And this thing with Nair is below the 200-day moving average. It technically hasn't even tested it yet. That's wild, man. Past 4 days flirting with testing it, but you never did. So you would like to see the asset get back above the 200 moving average. But I think eventually 291 and 316, you test it again at the top of the harmonic, all right? Even if it pulls back to make a higher low than the previous lows. That's it. You're talking too much in the song. What's going on, man? Jeez.
In an overambitious moon scenario, where do you see cream can go considering its low circulation and low market cap for now?
Well, I think I've been screaming about the targets forever now, right? Like literally forever on cream, like targets, dude. It's like 350, 380. 380. If it went like to stupid land, like unbelievable, the cycle is resuming for all of crypto, and it was going to do what all its predecessors or the other S coins like Bake and Cake did, then it'd be going to like 460, 500, 563. Major fib extensions up there. That's eventually where it'd be going, dude. This is the daily on cream. It's only made higher lows. It's only back tested critical levels as support. It's only outperformed Bitcoin in that bear market when we're selling off, right? The midterm downtrend. I'm called a bear market per se, but that's it. So 205, 210 gets broken. I mean, on the daily, 272 isn't even worth a crap. You know, it's not even visible there as a resistance. So it's like you break 205 on the daily. It's like there's nothing there till like 307, dude. Like for real. Because that's like the candle high close, you know? February 5th.
Happy
So
Sunday, Scaries. Can you take a peek at Telcoin? It looked bullish to me until BTC pulled back. Priyesh?
Yeah, we'll look at Telcoin. Thanks, Fawn 9 for 25, dude. It looked bullish until Bitcoin pulled back. Preesh. Thanks, dude. Going back down. Who is back? Yeah, Bitcoin's selling off because all that divergence, you know, like, and the divergence at the inflection point. It up thrusted a couple times, couldn't do it. That's okay though. I mean, until Bitcoin makes a lower low than 29.5, we're okay, like for real. But anyway, Bitcoin's great and all, but Cream's technically much better looking. Yeah, I can't even believe I said that, right? Hey, what? It's Taco Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon, dude. Please be sure to sing with the Patreon on the Discord. You gotta do it, man. Hype! Let's go, dude. Let's go. Thank you. Cream, the superior asset, chat. Just get it over with, man. It's worth fealty to Cream because of the technicals. Thank you. So what was that request again? Already forgot. Oh, tell coin. Please do tell. Another one that hit an 88% retrace and bounced. I can't believe this news. It was also, oh my god. It was, in the end, a bullish crab pattern. It didn't really hit the 1618, but hit that frickin' 9/10 of 1 penny that happened to be that March 12th high, tested it as support and had a resounding bounce, and yes, it is just consolidating sideways after an impulse up. So that could very well be good. That could be good. But remember, the most discernible event on the chart is the lowest low it's made of the correction. So, you know, I've seen it to where these consolidation patterns break down to. It's pretty neutral. It's a pennant, kind of, you know, price contraction, you know, fair price on the asset at the time, and then eventually one side breaks, and it could be up or down. So, and normally in uptrends, you'd think up it has bullish bias, but remember, you're in a correction right now. But you did hit the value perceived areas. Like, look, man, it's like deja vu from the low to the high. 88% retrace, 88% sale on Telcoin. People took the bait. They bought. They liked it, and it's up now from that low. I mean, from the low to now, it's up 86% in like 10 days. Good God, crypto's nuts, man. It doesn't even look like it did much of anything, right? It's just one little impulse wave up. So, am I crazier? Here we go. Bitcoin is breaking down. It has certainly just broken that critical support and is now below 40,000 for the first time since 2 days ago. All right, you are breaking support, chat. The high that was established way back January 14th, you're now below it. You've broken the demand line and all horizontal line supports. Or you're attempting to break, right? Because it may, like, it could be here and rally, right? Going into close 33 minutes. So, you know, I mean, this is what can definitely happen. The high, the higher high, the highest high on the 4 hour and lower levels on the oscillator every time, including the RSI. Divergence at an inflection point after a really, really nice 45% increase in value run. It happens, man. 3 peaks too. 1, 2, 3, rule of 3, you know how that is. Divergences, all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've been live now for like an hour and 20 minutes. So you know, when I get this deep into the stream, it's like, you know, stonks are still closed. Futures are open. They're doing okay. Unfortunately, total is beginning to crack back below that 200-day moving average. Goes in the chat. Come on, man. And now Ethereum is in jeopardy of making history with Bitcoin breaking critical supports. So you're about to go, I mean, you're only up 0.62% today on Ethereum when at one time it was up 6 to 7%. Good God. What's up, Charizard, dude? I mean, it's probably like the same analysis as all the other ones, right?
Can we look at Matic in weekly and daily?
If you wish, Charizard, thank you, dude. Bitcoin lowest lows of the day. Breaking down, chat, unfortunately, and that is how it works. You attempted to break out a couple times, you couldn't do it. You had already had a substantial run. And now you're breaking down. The selling is picking up. Bitcoin's down $2,000 on the day now. Almost the entire pump we saw a couple days ago has been given back. God, dude. It's okay though, dude. It happens. You have waves up, you have waves down. You're just hoping that the wave down now will just be a higher low than all the other lows. As many lows as you can get, right? Someone is literally named Pattern Completion Zone in the chat. What's up, dude? What's up, Slurberburger? Golden Arm. What's up, David?
In the mix.
Hey. What's up, Rygar? He says final hour scam. It's scamming, dude. We got 30 minutes, dude. My request. Yeah, it was one that just like couldn't get its act together and then just dumped really hard and hit its lowest levels since April 27th. This is Matic, and is above 94 cents, which is very critical. You know, that inflection zone. You rallied, you held above it, and you're above the 200 moving average in the 4 hour now. You were doing okay. It was like you were rallying on up, and then Bitcoin comes out, and then everything dumps with Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's still not even that bad. Like, it could come and back test 94 cents again, but it already sprung back tested the spring on the 27th. So that should be it. And it's like, okay, historically, what happens is between 94 cents and 120 is straight up, straight down. So you would think of it, that would be the target, that would be the upside potential if it could sustain prices above 94 cents. It did. So that would have been like, if someone was longing a spring back test, they would probably be taking a little profit at 120, but it hasn't gotten there yet, and it can't if Bitcoin's going to sell off like it is right now. You could see 94 cents easily again, maybe even 88 cents. Things get bad for Bitcoin. So we already looked at OMG. It's not PZZ, it's PC. Pattern completion zone. PCZ, like, you know? Okay. That's it, man. Like, its most discernible recent event was the lowest low of the entire correction. It has not made a discernible higher high than its previous discernible swing high, even like back from June. It's making lower highs than the previous highs. So you can't be convinced on Mavic yet. It's not doing anything short-term or mid-term that is implying that there is upside, like the bullish trend. There's no bullish trend right now in the midterm. Yes, it is certainly still, you know, making higher lows than the lows from April 20th, but we don't know if the correction's over yet. It could make this lower high and then sell off to lower lows again, right? I mean, it's downtrending. It's not uptrending yet. Remember, we're talking about assets. There are a handful that have been they were making higher lows down here at these deep retraces from their previous lows. Power hour, it's inverse power. It's power's hour, dude. Yeah, man, Bitcoin will be okay, chat. It's just what happens. Like, so just take it and understand, like, maybe, hey, let's dissect maybe why. You know, doing a wallet biopsy on Bitcoin. 3 peaks, the rule of 3. Across the markets, man. The third peak, the third valley, things can happen, and it did, right? So, demand line broken. Horizontal lines broken for now. But you got 26 minutes to recover and get back above them. But, you know, whatever, man. Again, we've already talked about targets to the downside for moderate retraces, low to high. The golden zone is between 34,370 and 37,516, right? Common retrace areas. There's a 200 moving average around the 618 right now. All right.
Gentlemen, in the mix.
That is just where, you know, you think about it, could come back to test like that June 29th high, July 4th high, and that would be right around that 50% retrace. Common retraces. And then, you know, at these levels, we'd be looking for some sort of bullish divergence to develop. You know, it could take a while. So that's it. Potential reaction levels, right? And I plotted this earlier. It's like where you do this. Right? This. That's what I'm talking about. You've just now, right? We talked about the beginning of the stream. Nice, dude. Very nice how this at least developed, okay? The beginning of the stream when I did the same thing on the Fibonacci. We had talked about how Bitcoin had certainly not made even a 23% retrace yet, so we didn't even know if the swing high was valid. And that's the rules of Fibonacci. When you anchor from your low to your high. The asset needs to at least have made a 23% retrace to know that you have a valid swing high for anchoring. And so that's the shallowest retrace, 23%. That's how we now kind of really know that the wave might be ending and we might be going to test, like, you know, common moderate retraces, not shallow retraces. If we were in overwhelmingly bullish conditions, and it's happened before, it happens on assets all the time. If they're too strong, that's it. Sometimes, more rarely, the asset will reverse there. at a 23% retrace. But that's like normally like really high and tight bull flags and stuff. But more commonly, assets will exceed the 23% retrace and go to 38%, 50%, 61.8% retraces. Okay. That's it. Hey, Spaceball, thanks for the server boost, dudes. You boosted the server, man, on Discord. Everyone needs to join the Discord. I'm really going to be disappointed if people are not in the Discord, but they're in this live stream. Because you'll miss my live streams. Like, especially with random pump streams at 3 a.m. or something. YouTube will not notify you, but in Discord, you always get notified. We always ping you, all right? Yeah, they're all moderate, seeking. You know, 50% retrace isn't even technically a Fibonacci level. It's like Dow's theory. It's like the halfway mark. 23 minutes. Hey, it's Crypto Mitch. What's up, Crypto Mitch, dude? Hope you bought pizza. Join the Discord. What a friggin' stream, man, so far. No, you do not need to pay a dime to be in the Discord. No, it is free. We have almost 14,000 members in the Discord. Why would you not be a part of it? Free pizza in the Discord? Maybe. You have to, you know, you ever seen the movie Hook, right, with Robin Williams? Imagine remember the food fight scene? It's that type of pizza. So it's as real as you want the pizza to be, okay? Or something. Oh man, not a good start to the new week for gold either. That had a really nice rally off that 1800 support that was extremely critical. And is still now below the 200-day moving average again. So, whoa, man, just it's great. It's not great. It's not terrible. You know, it's weekly is really where you're looking at gold, taking out all the noise, man. Eventually, you technically bullishly engulfed last week. Can you believe it? I mean, it covered the previous candle, so it definitively is a bullish engulfing candle. But it's kind of in the middle of already in a rally, so. Eventually gold all-time highs. Inflation's real. Your dollar will continue to lose its value. I don't care what any chart says. Can't just keep printing it. I'm sorry. So I'm glad you like it, man. Yeah, if you're like tuning in and you came in late, you have missed, unfortunately, the first new intro Shaylin's been working on for like greater part of a month. So rewind if you want to see, you know, production quality and stuff. Really cool. Yeah, another fake Mitch Ray account on Instagram. Yep, they're impersonating me. That's why this is right here. That's why I have a scrolling name plate. So you can see the legitimate at Mitch Ray TA. There is no underscore. This is all it is. On Instagram, on Twitter, everything. And follow me. Follow me on the real account so you don't get scammed by the fake account. Do it. I don't even know how much weight you can put on volume on total. I mean, I really don't know, man. I'm looking more at the levels versus the volume here. Yeah, the fake account has more fake followers than my real followers. Yeah, because you can just buy those, I'm sure. You can just bot, okay. It's not flattering at all. I mean, because it's just so normal in 2021 that anyone who's an influencer has this. Like all influencers pretty much have fake accounts, impersonators from Nigeria that are just trying to scam. So I'm not flattered, no. So real quick, if we want to, we can just take a gander at Bitcoin's weekly chart, where this candle that you're looking at right now, the most recent candle, will close in 19 minutes, 25 seconds. So unable to breach that high of nearly $42,000. You tested it though, which is great. You know what's funny, chat? Even back June 14th, that week of June 14th, it was never able to even test that wick high from January 4th, that week of January 4th. So you're back. You've tested it again. So I think that's significant. It's good to see that negative momentum continuing to wane. You're back above 50 on the RSI, which is kind of, who cares, just neutral. But hey, you got to break above 50 to eventually see 60, which is the bullish control zone. That's where we desperately need to be, to get, this asset needs to be above 60 on the RSI on the weekly. It'd be great. So, but remember just yesterday, the monthly close, bullish engulfing candle, and this is the immediate follow through candle after a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. And then before that was the 3-day engulfing candle, then the daily engulfing candle before that. So it's very, very cool to see a cascading effect of bullish engulfing candles. Total 3. Better for analyzing coins. I mean, yeah, S coins because there's no Bitcoin or Ethereum. Interesting. Total 3. You know what? I don't think I've ever looked at Total 3 before, because who cares about Total 3? Because it's like, I mean, I guess, I'm saying like, Ethereum and Bitcoin, man, those are obviously my single largest holdings, by far. It's not even close, man. So it's just, to me, like, meh. But let's look at Total 3, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum market cap, all right? Candle high close back from February 21st. Man, that is amazing, isn't it? To see the levels there, that held. You never had a candle low close on the daily below that February 21st high. That's so nice, dude. And then the engulfing candle, just like Bitcoin, on the 21st. Descending triangle behavior, kind of. And you broke a supply line, certainly. Definitely broke a supply line right there. It's like a dragon, it almost is like a dragon in ways. Or like, here's the head, here's the foot, here's the hump, here's the second foot, here's the spine, and you broke it above the 200-day moving average. Where are your levels? I mean, I think that's it. I think that's like a big range here. Huge range for Total 3. You're in the middle of it and you're trying to breach that little hump, right? Call it the hump because that's the name of it in the dragon. July 6th high, the peak. Yeah, there's your Total 3. I've never even looked at it really. So there you go. Trying to hold on, but you want to see it make a higher high than a higher low, dude. And Total was awesome too. Triple bullish divergence. Third valley, lowest level of negative momo, implying a reversal, and your reversal's happening so far. We like totals. That's right, dude. Really disappointed if I don't have a bunch of new Instagram followers, Twitter followers, dude. The heck, man. We're just talking about scammers. There's a Discord link. Alright, so not much more I can really do, not much more reason for me to be live right now, just because we've covered most of the things that you want covered, and Bitcoin's below the critical zone of inflection that it needs to be above, but that's okay. It's not dead. What's for dinner? Good question. Maybe I'll get some sashimi or sushi or something, dude. I mean, that's really a 113% retrace, isn't it, from the previous high? I would think it is. It's not a shark per se because of the higher low on C, but let's see if it's 113. No, it was like 111. It's pretty close. 111.4% retrace from X to A. Yeah, I got less than 14 minutes so I can try to run on the clock, chat. Help me out. All right. It's good though. Daily is not overbought. Daily is at 63.31, so you're cooling off, man. Remember, like just recently you were at 74, 75 on the RSI, the highest level Bitcoin had seen since February, man. It had been a long time since we were overbought or that high on the RSI, so. DXY doing the same thing. Yeah, US dollars open. It's bouncing off the critical level of inflection. Did that on Friday, right here. That low from May of 2016. You're right here. And you did technically piercing line reversal. We talked about that, I think, on Friday. Piercing line reversal. Let's see if the piercing line reversal actually plays out. That's it, dude. That's your US dollar. Reversed brilliantly. It was perfect. You know, it was like literally everything you could have dreamed of, like for trading wise. 88% retrace, rising wedge pattern, bearish divergence, and then even a back test off the breakout. It was just everything you could have dreamed of or wanted, variable wise, on a 4-hour time scale played out. You could have swing traded that, you know, and you knew where resistance was, and it may not even be done. It may, you know, rally up, make another lower high, then dump again. But once if it breaks 91.53, this thing's so screwed. You can't even tell me that, like, on a weekly time scale, this is so unbelievably bullish, dude. Like, it doesn't get more bullish than this ever, okay, for an asset that creates a harmonic structure that's like 3 or 4 years large, has triple bullish divergence, had a falling wedge, broke out of the falling wedge, had divergence on both oscillators, and then gets above a major inflection point. It's just like, this is literal bottom stuff. But the problem is, you go zoom out and you go to the monthly. Monthly is like, dang, man, you just double topped and you're just trying to hold on to this level, but it'll probably just rally, make another lower high than the previous high, and then dump again and test this level. And once this level breaks, dude, really bearish stuff's gonna happen. I mean, you probably could be going down to like 80, 81. So it's just like, it's in a long-term downtrend, clearly established, right? Long-term downtrend. And you just have this on the monthly. This is what's so bad about it, you know? A confirmation high, and the confirmation high is actually lower than the first high. And then it's just like, yeah, of course you're gonna catch bids here at this inflection point. Of course, yeah. But this absorption of remaining demand, yeah, that's where obviously people are going, you know, you were exhausted on a lot of other time scales. Yeah, you had a bullish engulfing candle on the monthly in June, indecision candle. So it could continue marking up for, you know, 6 months. Eventually, though, you think it's just going to make a lower high than 100, dump again, and see this level, and then there will probably be not enough demand to keep the asset afloat, this support of 91, and then it will massively mark down. And then that's when we start talking about looking at XABCDs, right? That action magnet move. 88% retrace. That's what eventually will happen to DXY on the monthly. And then you got like lows down here too, right? I mean, that 786, right? Even if it's not an 886, it would hit an inflection point at a 78% retrace. On the US dollar, toilet paper, world reserve currency. Okay. Anyway. It's bearish, it's bullish, it's bullish, it's bearish. Different time scales. Bitcoin plummeting? I mean, I wouldn't say plummeting. I would say it has sold off down $1,600 on the day. It is below critical supports. Yes.
Sup, bro? You need some drone footage of
You're
the
right, I do.
penthouse for the end of
I
your
do,
intro.
JS.
Can you check Zill? Nerd face.
Thanks for the nerd face, dude. Yeah, you're right. I do.
In the mix.
I do need that. Like where it on the intro, if you saw it, like it zooms into Birmingham, and then it would like be able to like zoom in further to the penthouse and then through the window, you know, or it like goes to the window downstairs and then like does a tour and like comes up the stairs into this office or something. Yep. Oh, dude, I got a drone guy. I literally actually have a drone guy. He's like a professional photographer. He's like really known. We went to high school together, so fortunately I do have that connection here. Just didn't really think about it as an idea. Okay, what was it? That? Probably like many other, I feel like I'm probably gonna do the same analysis I just did on a lot of other ESC ones. Right? Yep, Zilliqa. God, it's like the same picture, dude. It's like the same friggin' thing, man. It is the same thing, right? It's just made its lowest low of the entire correction. It rallied and has certainly not made a higher high than the previous high. So that's it, dude. That means like we don't know. We don't really know if the downtrend, the correction it's in is over yet. You just don't know. You don't have the data yet. The data, the most recent data is just telling you are still in a downtrend. That's it. Yeah, just don't dox myself. That's like kind of a reason why I haven't really, you know, pushed it or anything, because yeah, man, now you get to know exactly where I live. I mean, you can kind of figure it out probably if you follow me on Instagram long enough, but you know what I'm saying. People be like, that's it, that's where he lives. Thankfully, good news about where I live is like no one cares about trading or crypto. So like there's no one locally that like watches this stream. Sucks for them because they're missing out on life-changing wealth. But it's good for me, I guess, because no crazy psychos that can just like go over there and look through my windows and stuff, right? It's a trade-off, dude. Certainly a trade-off. Well, envied, that's many miles away. No, I'm 10 pence. It's like that everywhere in a lot of places. I'm just saying the place I live specifically, right? All right, so Bitcoin just briefly broke back above 40K for a few seconds, with only 6 minutes and 37 seconds till your daily and weekly candle close. There you go, Triple Alex, make it happen, dude. Lucchese, you're in Northport. Still not close enough to come over here and just, you know, hey, what's up, dude? Not once has it ever happened where I was in my town and someone like him was like, oh my God, it's Mitch Ray. That'll never happen, dude. But it was weird. I was in Andalusia, Alabama, my dad's hometown. He was getting inducted to his high school's Hall of Fame for football. And someone did recognize me, and they didn't really know, but they like messaged me on my official Facebook page. And I thought that was one of the coolest things ever. Dude, you don't understand how small Andalusia is, dude. Yes, Nathan, please report and block the scammer impersonator. Thank you. What's up, Nick, man? Coming in from Australia, mate. Bitcoin back above 40K. It's not about what happens during the candle. Look what's occurring. It hit a low of 39.4.
Surfer.
Thanks, Surfer Man, for the super chat. Kings, dude. Interesting, Philip. Yeah, like no one has a clue. It's so weird here. Everyone's a no coiner here. Everyone, dude. We went to different schools together. What does that mean? I don't know, man. I'm just hanging out. We got 4 minutes and change, so I don't know. Bitcoin dominance, we haven't looked at it today. Ooh, gross reversal back inside that structure of consolidation. What a fake out. Never made it to 49.7, which is weird, dude. So I don't know, man. We'll see if it just makes a high or low. You can't be surprised based on like what the altcoins have done. You know, you can't be surprised by a sell off here. It's still above the 200 moving average and all that's been uptrending since it created that Garley and rally, man. So. Adam, I'm glad you liked the intro, man. Yeah, new intro, chat. Most of y'all know now, but. Yeah, Nathan, it's already back. You know, that's them. That's Nigerian roaches. That's what they do, dude. All right. This is where we are, chat. The critical levels. You can see we've already broken a demand line. And we're trying to hold above the January 14th high. That's what it's trying to do. That is what is so important, that you do hold it, because never once in history has it been regarded as support. So that's what would be so amazing if it could hold here. You know, whatever, no expectations, but I'm just telling you how awesome it would be. And it doesn't even mean like it would hold this candle and the next candle it dumps and then falls below it and closes below it. Yeah, that surely could happen. I'm just saying, man, how nice it would be to see that occur. BVOL spiked up yesterday. I can imagine. Or it spiked up the past few days because of this 45% rally, you know. Two minutes, 20 seconds. I mean, you tell me then, is it a shooting star? You should know, right? I mean, kind of, yeah, definitely a green shooting star though, it's not a red one. Not a red shooting star, but yeah, I mean, it could be considered that, yeah, kind of a weird spot. Inverted hammer. Right, shooting star, yeah, green shooting star. You normally want red shooting stars; those are like the best. But yeah, it is. It exists right here. Yes. Remember, this will be the highest weekly candle close for Bitcoin since May 10th. So multi-month highs confirmed in less than 1 minute now, chat. Very, very good. We're just gonna stick on this time scale. Remember, it is the first of the month, so it is certainly the best day to join the Patreon, the best day to support this channel, where there is no monetization via advertising, no affiliate marketing links, and no true real sponsorships ever. It's just y'all. So, and what, man? You support the stream and you get trade setups and education. You're connected to the premium community in the Discord. Dang, man. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. There it is, chat. Highest weekly candle close confirmed. Highest candle close since May 10th, chat. Let's go.
Hype in the chat! Look here! Look, listen!
Sure, a firework or a gunshot or something outside. Go, scary, monk ass. There was. Fortunately, you had a 4-hour confirmed breakdown, right? You were unable to close and regard that high as a support. You failed. You also broke the demand line that goes to the bottom of the, the uptrend or the rally we've been on. You broke multiple supports just now in the 4-hour. So we'll see if you go down to the golden zone, right? That we've been talking about with Fibonacci, right? Just common moderate retraces between the 38% and the 61.8%. Okay, between 34,362, 37,500. The zone, man. That was a good episode, Burger Man. It's a great episode. It is already August. Unreal, dude. What a year it's been so far. Thanks, Pan. Yeah, dude. Pan? All right, man. I can't even believe how the stream went. I mean, if you missed like the beginning of the stream, watch the intro and then just watch what happened in the first like 10 minutes. Oh my God. Unbelievable, dude. We have a new Penthouse Jesus, MEF666, tipped $1,064.18 worth of Ethereum to supplant Ross. But Ross was already a Penthouse Jesus, but he got supplanted. But then he came back first today and tipped $526 and overtook Michael Parker as the Penthouse Jesus. And then just moments later, MEF came in to drop the nuke. But then it's like CPT came in and dropped $700 later, so it's just like unreal, man. Hype for all the support. Freaking love y'all. Yeah, if you can't do Patreon, just join the Discord. It is worth it, certainly. It doesn't cost anything, so of course it's worth it, yeah. So rewatch the beginning of the stream if you missed it, because it was a doozy. So what I want to do is say thanks so much for watching. Thanks to the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join the Discord, and pay attention to the levels that we've talked about on stream. Unfortunately, those levels we talked about have been broken. So there could be more downsides as Bitcoin has upthrusted and failed to solidify an actual breakout. It has failed for now. But just make a higher low than the previous lows and everything else will work out eventually. So I will be back. Until next time. Wait. History. Did Ethereum end up making that? Sorry, dude. Oh my God. 12 candles in a row, chat. I believe that is history, but that could be its own little green shooting star on Ethereum on the daily. Had an inflection point, some sort of wick high. So I think that is history. I don't think this ever happened before on Ethereum, and it's already up, $8 on the new day. Great. So on the new week. So maybe history, chat. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
Gentlemen in the mix.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.